Hello kids, here we are, episode bound once again. I just went down and grabbed the last piece, and now I am fast traveling back to the Starlight Drive-In to complete the quest, which hopefully will be the only part of this I need to do, but I could be completely wrong. I am not sure. But we will find out very soon. And of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be? Is she here too? She is here. Okay.
Excuse me.
Hey man, need help with the signal interceptor? This thing is gonna be huge. We'll finally learn about what the Institute's really up to, man.
Well, could use your help finding parts for the beam emitter.
We need some high-tech shit for that. A military-grade circuit board. Hit up any army base. That should get you in business.
Okay. Oh wait, am I literally supposed to build this now? Oh shit, I am. Whoa. Same power grid as the beam emitter. Okay. And the control console. Okay. I just need to power everything. Oh my god, I can't build one. Holy shitty bitty. Titty bitty. Alright. $20? No? I was not expecting that. Okay. Well. Luckily I had enough parts for all of this.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Kid, you have no idea what's going on here.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot?
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps Synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
How do I infiltrate them?
You're going to have to sell them a lie. It's best to stick as close to the truth as possible. And you're gonna have to think on your feet. We don't know what's waiting for you. If you make it at all.
Awesome.
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Shooting up the scan sequence.
Patriot,
This
it's probably my
frequency is
son.
only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. We're gonna have to cut a few corners with the scan. The signal's still intensifying. Ready when you are.
Is everybody watching this? You should be.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this
All right.
holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
You should have gave me that before.
Don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
Are you talking to me? Oh. Bloop bloop. Okay. Ooh, theirs looks fancier. They gotta know somebody came in. Why is nobody manning the station? That's fucking weird. Is McCready not with me? Oh, I was not ready for that. And I hope they don't take my loot. That'd be some shit. All the time I spent gathering up this fucking stuff.
Hello.
Hey, Kit.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
How in the fuck
I'm
did you
known
know?
as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
What elevator?
Please, step into the elevator.
I ain't seen no goddamn elevator. Must be this thingy up here. Ooh, fancy elevators. What? Oh. Oh, it's so pretty. Did that close? Question mark? I don't even
I can
know what
only
to say.
imagine what you've heard, what you think of us.
Here we go.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps,
Can't
we
imagine
can show
why.
them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
You painted over the
You are
bad
here
parts.
for your son.
True that. And a camera? It is. Fancy. This looks so clinical and like medical. Oh, one elevator to another, I guess. Now where am I going? I don't know. Don't give me no goddamn waypoint. Actually, is it this is not stealing? My boy! I think.
Busted.
Don't think it's busted, otherwise he'd be dead.
Can't pick this. No way to pick this.
Celsius. Okay. Am I supposed to have done something? Maybe I can talk to Junior? I just didn't know it. I can.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute.
A priest who
Just
touches them inappropriately.
As you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
Answers, asshole.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here. In the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you.
Mom.
After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
I knew it.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time.
Exactly.
You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics, used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
That mostly makes sense. Except that even normal human beings have some amount of radiation in them. guess it's not enough to affect them as much as it does the people of the quote-unquote future.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes.
You didn't either.
What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know.
True that.
And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of.
You haven't told me
I
what you
simply
actually
ask
do.
that you give the Institute Me? A chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We
Okay,
really
that
do
I'll
have
give you.
humanity's best interest at heart. Will
Uh-huh.
you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been
Lee.
notified of your arrival, of course. Meet
She's
them,
still alive.
and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright. Why is everything down? Alright, so as usual, the madman's plot starts off with saying how they're trying to help everybody, as all the crazy people do, and then they actually explain their plan, and you realize how fucking nuts they really are, and how twisted their ideas about how to achieve this quote-unquote better world are. Usually involving killing almost everybody so they can start anew. Which I have a feeling is the way that this is gonna go. Be like, yes, we will create a whole new world full of healthy people who are intelligent through our schools and are well trained to fight the anomalies
Almost
Oh,
done.
uh,
and stuff that
Just
are.
need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Oh, that looks creepy as fuck. But as I was saying, what it usually ends up happening in the end is they'll wipe out all of humanity to replace them with the quote-unquote better humankind.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Doc?
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes.
You're right, I don't. Although I did make 3 generators by hand myself to power one. Hint, hint. You guys suck.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
You sound so creepy.
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Thanks, Bob. See you later. What the hell is that? Hi. Random
We're all
scientist.
looking forward to working with you.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
They're all too nice. It's actually really creepy. The layout of this place really reminds me of Mass Effect for some reason. Like it really does. It's a city in Mass Effect it really reminds me of. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. It's not that important, I guess.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
A Courser? Nice helmet.
Well,
Scanning. Subject identified.
Your helmet actually looks really cool. That. Alright, I'm gonna quick save and then try and rob him. Just because I want to find
Nothing
out
to
what kind
report,
of...
ma'am.
I can't tell. Damn it. Well, that's so fun.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
always be
They're
vigilant.
dragging their feet on
We
the
have
targeting
many
package
enemies.
upgrades I asked for. Maybe
Can
I should
turn
take some
off the
courses with me.
interferometer?
Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
I'm staring at your weird nose.
If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
Yes, sir. You're acting really fucking
Excuse me,
weird.
Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You're an ass.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation
They develop their own
courses.
personalities?
The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
Dr. Ayo.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Pardon me, ma'am. It's an honor to meet you, ma'am.
That's all you gotta say?
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
I know.
At full capacity.
Yeah.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Alright, so I'm gonna hack into this. I think it's a good idea if I save first. I know it is only a weak little computer, but you never know. Well, it's not me.
I'm through.
Return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom useful.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Chlorizer, already took that stuff. That's a new one. Ooh. Decent stuff in here. I think I broke in. I can't close the door anymore. Oh, there it is. Boop. Yum num 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 num. Yum num 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 num. Okay. I know. I don't know if it's gonna let me just use this terminal.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Thanks, dude. Alright, so... what the hell was it called? Still a wrong button. Upload encrypted message. Thanks. Tells me nothing. Okay. Uh-oh. That's weird. Games, bitch ad, reverse engine. Oh, actually, it's called Network Scanner. Okay. That's a derp. Alright, so load holotape. That one. Advanced Systems Maintenance Room. Alright, well, before I get into that, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here since I'm running long yet again. So, as always, thanks for hanging around, and I'll catch you guys next time.